lack, feeling like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it, I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key, running back, let me have it back.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. One of these two teams will be right back here in 2 weeks' time. Who will it be? Well, we'll see. Off we go in the AFC title game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
What's up?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind.
I'm good.
Scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a
What's up, little girl?
No danger for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And they'll get this down to the 10. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick here is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
On the return, Walker. This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on second and 10. They go play action now. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Now Jackson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Finding Walker complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a first and 10.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, report. Go. 13. Go ahead. Sit up.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run it again with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
A first down carry for Henry. And a tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Henry running right. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 3.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson.
He's got his line back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Jackson now. Flush to his right.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, middle.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Charger drive about to get going. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the.
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now, after coughing up the football, serious concerns on that sideline. Their defense surrenders the tying touchdown to start the 3rd quarter, and now the offense follows that up by committing the turnover.
And I think you're sensing the exact same thing that I'm sensing, that the energy, much different here in the 2nd half. We talk about it a lot, but you can feel it kind of rippling through the stadium, and it's affecting the players.
Again, it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
No, we changed it.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers, 32 yards. And the Ravens have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front. Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that 1st half. And the scoreboard reflected that. But they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room, because they've made some nice adjustments and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Herbert changing things up. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Herbert now. And he is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, 79 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the 4th quarter as the kick is away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Now Herbert following the turnover. That's complete to Palmer. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Herbert finds Johnston. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Herbert running left off the option. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line going down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And the busy night for Henry continues. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Hey, report.
Now Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Jackson to throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's got his target. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 44 yards. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Herbert to throw.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go. 21. 10.
Now Herbert. Dobbins with it.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down.
59. Hey, go line.
Throwing, Herbert. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
Crowd right. Hey, ram. Set.
Herbert.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert gonna throw. That's gonna be caught. It's Palmer.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Chargers 27.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Hey, Alpha, what? You change it. Report.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football